So in the last few videos, we have covered so much in this course. Especially we learned about skills and subagents, where skills help Claude to generate better code by following reusable instructions, and subagents help Claude to perform multiple tasks in parallel. But there is one more feature that can save you even more time while building real-world applications. That feature is called hooks. So what exactly are hooks? So think of hooks as automation action that Claude executes whenever a specific event occurs. So instead of asking Claude to perform the same task every single time, hooks let you automate that workflow. Now, at this stage, it is very important to understand the difference between skill and hooks. Say, skills are something you invoke manually. For example, you will invoke component skill when you want to create new component for any screen. Like here, you can see this is the skill folder and I have created number of skills. One skill is for new component, one skill is for new screen. So every time when you want to create a new screen, you can directly call this new screen skill. But hooks, on the other hand, are automatic. You don't invoke them. They actually run in the background whenever their configured event is triggered. In a simple way to remember it is like I can say that skill tell Claude how to do a task, whereas hooks tell Claude when to do something automatically. If you are building real-world React Native application, I highly recommend setting up hooks for your project because they eliminate repetitive work and also they ensure every code change follow the same quality standards. So now let's understand the code. Firstly, let me tell you the problem with a very common situation. See, everything when you start a new project in React Native, and suppose if you ask Claude to create a new login screen or any other screen, Claude generates that screen perfectly. But after that, we usually have to say like format the code, check the TypeScript errors, and also verify there are no import error in the file. So that's a very repetitive task we perform many times to maintain the code quality. So that's exactly why hooks exist. Hook allow us to automate these rep tasks. Whenever Claude edit a file, hooks can automatically handle everything. So now let's check the code and see if you are working with Claude, then inside every project, we have a .Claude folder. For example, in this project, I am working with Claude. So inside this project, I can see this .Claude folder, and inside this folder I have created these two JSON files, and I already added those JSON files. If you don't know, then check the initial videos of this course. I explained why I added setting.json file and setting.local.json file, but today we will focus on this setting.json file because this is where we define our hooks. So now let's look at the code and let's understand it step by step. Firstly, I am using here PreToolUse. This is the first hook and it runs before Claude edit any file. You can think of this as a security guard because this hook here uses a script, and this script check whether Claude is trying to edit files. Edit files means like .environment file, like google-service-info.plist or google-service.json file. And if Claude try to modify those files, because generally we don't push or we don't edit or do any stuff inside .env file or in those info.plist files or in such JSON files, we don't want to edit anything. So, but in case if Claude tries to modify those files, then this hook, PreToolUse hook, can stop it immediately. So this basically protects our project before any changes. Then there you can say matcher, and the matcher tells Claude when should this hook run. So when Claude create new file event or try to edit single files or multiple file, this matcher hook will run. Second, if you notice, then I am using PostToolUse. This is the second hook. Now imagine Claude successfully create a new React Native screen. The moment Claude finishes writing the code, this hook start automatically. We don't need to ask Claude to do anything. So here you can check there is a command, npx write command. So what does this do? Say formats our code automatically with proper indentation. with consistent spacing and provide cleaner code. Now no manual formatting required because we set this hook here. Then immediately after formatting the code, there is another command run automatically, and this is the command. This is the next command that run immediately after formatting the code. So this command checks our entire TypeScript project. Suppose if Claude accidentally find out a wrong type and a missing important files and an invalid interface, then we will know immediately because of this command. But now we never had to ask Claude to run TypeScript because this hook did it for us. I think now let's come back to the terminal. So here, let's run a command. I'm just saying create a favorite screen, and now I just press enter. Here you will see that Claude uses skill new screen. This is the new screen skill that we have added under this folder, skill folder. Claude loaded this skill file. After that, you can see Claude also loaded supervised migration skill. I also added this skill file here. So, whenever Claude perform any supervised related stuff, this skill will automatically, loaded by the Claude. So behind the scene, what happened here? Firstly, PreToolUse hook will run, then sensitive files are checked, then Claude writes the code. After that, PostToolUse starts, then this script check the format of the code. Also, TypeScript validates the project. Ask me for the permission related to the supervised queries. Let's say yes. So here you can see everything happens automatically. So here Claude successfully created the favorite screen, and yes, type checks clean and lens clean. Claude highlights the hooks. Okay, so if we check favorite screen, then we can see that this screen is fully formatted, fully TypeScript file. So here you can notice that everything happens automatically behind the scene. Here Claude only highlights that the new screen is fully type checked and fully validate with the data types. So this is why hooks are so powerful, because now every time when we create any new component or any new screen, every time, we get same quality screen or component. So whenever I am building React Native application, I always configure hooks at the beginning of the project because I never want to remember a few things which are actually really matters a lot. But I knew that Claude can handle all of them automatically. So use hooks to automate your workflow. They reduce repetitive work and they improve the consistency. And they make Claude use inside the project more powerful. And Claude itself really behave like a real development teammate by performing tasks automatically behind the scene, especially for you and for your project. So create hooks, add hooks inside your projects and automate your workflow. Okay, so Claude has created this new favorite screen for us. Now let's open the simulator. Just run yarn iOS, press enter. This is the favorite tab that Claude just created for us. So yeah, that's fine. But now let's check how Superbase behaves now, especially for this particular favorite screen. Does Claude handle nodes table, especially for this favorite screen? Let's go to the Superbase, and this is our nodes table. Open in table editor view, and here we can see is favorite column inside this table. So by using this boolean value or by using this column, we can handle the favorite screen. So that's fine. I guess now all the operations that belong to this new screen is automatically handled by Superbase MCP server. And if you are new to this channel, then you can go and watch my previous MCP videos to know how we add Superbase MCP server or any other MCP servers. You can understand in that video how we can add MCP servers inside React Native projects. Also, one more thing, while development, if your Superbase MCP connection failed due to any reason, then you can simply regenerate the new access token from the Superbase. Okay, now let's go back to the Superbase. Here you can regenerate the access token, but you will not find out that access token inside your project setting. You have to go under account settings, and here you can see the access token, and just tapping on generate a new token, you can regenerate the new access token for your project. And once you generate the new access token, just go to this file .mcp.json and paste your access token here, and that's it. Your Superbase MCP server again connected with Claude. So in the next video, I will talk about the plugins. So stay connected. Thanks for watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button. And if you're new to this channel, then do subscribe for more related content. And if you have any doubt related to the video, then do comment. So happy coding and bye-bye.